As to the second and the third, there is nothing specific to connect this verse with either, but the wording is perfectly general, and we must understand it as a general. So it gives a connection. The doubter thinks that he has been dead or tearing dust a day or less when the period has been a century. Some people, hell can make, when you're going through a hell, it can make it seem like it was 1,000 years. My hell and my confliction could feel like it been 1,000 years. And I could go through something, and I can go back and recall when I was wrong through other hells. Bring that, link it on into that. So I could be in the hell for 1,000 years. My troubles can be 1,000 years. But it ain't nothing but a day. Let's go on. It says, moral, a man is in despair when he sees the destruction of a whole people, city, or civilization. But Allah can cause resurrection as he has done many times in history and as will do it at the final resurrection. Time is nothing before Allah. The doubter thinks that he has been dead or tearing dust a day or less when the period has been a century. On the other hand, the food and the drink which he left behind is intact and as fresh as it was when it left. But the donkey is not only dead, but nothing but bones is left of it. And before the man's eyes, the bones are reunited. Now, Mukga, we was told Ikra, Mukga, right? We talk about the blood. We talk about the true substance of Mukga. Ikra, Bismi, Rabbit Cow, Kalak. Kalaka and Sana. Right? Read in the name of thy Lord who created man from a leech-like clock. And thy Lord is most bountiful, who taught man that which he knew not. So, here you got bones, dry bones. Bones got minerals in it. Bones got DNA in it. Bones got fossil in it. Right? It got calcium. It's so strong, it can harm you. Huh? Samson said he had the jawbone of a donkey. And how many men? 1,000? That ain't by coincidence. Because if you got the jawbone of the donkey, we told that one learned Muslim can knock out 1,000 ignorant worshipers. Huh? So it was in the jawbone, and the jawbone is used to make the noise, that loud noise that he always make. So you have a people that been considered a jackass, that didn't have a mouth, that spoke, like when the brother said when a person cursed, he only cursed because he got no other words to use. That's Brother Malcolm. So God take that and put it in the man's hand. And he was able to knock out and defend and knock off these people. Right? But here you got a man in his mouth is impaired. He got impediments in his speech. He got impediments in his walk. and everything, and God can take that and utilize it and make it productive. Right? So here it is. A bone without that. So what is the water? It's that spirit he put back. Watch me put this morality, this moral life back in the bone and clothe the bone. In the book of Ezekiel, God said, I'm going to take out a stony heart and put right back in a fleshly heart. Right? So the interchange of the word, this is not outside of the context of giving a message. Look further at the bones, how we bring them together and clothe them with flesh. Huh? Time is nothing to Allah. And before the man's eyes, the bones are reunited, clothed with flesh and blood, restored to life. Moral. It affects different things in different ways. The keys of life and death are in Allah's hand. Man's power is nothing. His fate should be in Allah. So I can't put my fate, which in this situation, how can you raise up a broken, impaired soul? I can't go to the psychologist or the high elite, medicines. I got to go to faith. So yesterday, the brother asked me, because I was in the state, he said, are you saying to me that Allah is weak? That Allah don't have the power to resurrect the dead? No. No, sir. And what I felt I needed to do was not what I needed to do. What I needed to do was let die what was supposed to die. You can't revive something that by nature it gotta die. You can't tell a mosquito that only got 24 hours that you gonna live 48 hours. You going against the laws of nature. It's supposed to die. And when you come in between that, you become partakers of the same death. So you can't revive that. You got to be in the faith with God and let Him revive it. So you can't put the trust that this person gonna do it for you when it's not. That's not me. Go to another one. All right. Surah 6, Ayah 36. And for the sake of time, I want to just get this here. From the English context, and you have a Quran and the fluent in Arabic, you can get into that Arabic and it'll break it down. Every last one of them. Those who listen in truth, be sure, will accept. As to the dead, Allah will raise them up. Then will they be returned unto Him. There was Surah 6, Ayah 36. Now notice it say, those who listen in truth. Now the word sami means to hear. But it uses yes and man une. When you say Ladine, those semi une. They listen in what? In truth. But you know that the truth is not there, because if it said truth, it would say El Haka, El Haq, or Sadiq, and that's not in the Arabic. So, why did the translator put in quotations in truth? There's a double meaning here. If people listen to truth sincerely and earnestly, they must believe even if the spiritual faculty is dead. Huh? Allah will by His grace revive it, and they will come to Him if they really try earnestly to understand. Second point, the sincere will believe, but those whose hearts are dead will not listen. Yet they cannot escape being brought to the judgment seat before Him. Pause for a short dua. Oh Allah, grant us all men are good, the good you intended, the good you deferred, the good we know and the good we do not know. And oh Allah, we beg you for paradise and the deeds and the words to bring one closer to it. And oh Allah, we seek refuge in you from the hellfire and the deeds and the words to bring one closer to it. And oh Allah, we ask you for what Prophet Muhammad asked you, and we seek refuge in you for what Prophet Muhammad sought refuge. And whatever thou hast determined for our life, please make its outcome godless. Amen. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasulahu. It is He who sendeth the winds like heralds of glad tidings going before His mercy. When they have carried the heavily laden clouds, we drive them to a land that is dead, make rain to descend thereon, and produce every kind of harvest therewith. Thus shall we raise up the dead, perchance ye may remember. Surely Allah speaks the truth. The parable is complete in its triple significance. In the physical world, the wind goes like heralds of glad tidings. They are advance guard, behind which is coming a great army of winds, driving heavily laden clouds before it. The wise providence of Allah is their general, who directs them towards a parched land on which the clouds deliver their gladness showers of mercy. which convert